Hey guys, we're back again for round 2 of ISO snacks. I'm here with Rockwear. They've dressed me today, looking fly. I'm gonna do a high protein strawberry mousse, which is honestly 2 ingredients, or maybe 3, if you include water. So it's really simple. It's great for when you are kind of bored snacky, which is probably all of us at the moment. I'm gonna jump straight into it. I've got a packet here of sugar-free jelly. Try and make sure that it's the jelly crystals. Try and make sure that it is sugar-free, just because there's all sorts of not so great jellies out there. So do have a look and try, if you can find a natural one as well, that's awesome. So make it up to packet instructions. Every different brand makes it differently. So for this one, it's a cup of hot water and then mix, and then a cup of cold. So I've got a cup of boiling, just be a little bit careful. I'm just gonna mix that in. So I just need to make sure the crystals are dissolved first. I make this all the time at home, I'm such a child, but it's actually a really delicious snack. And it is really, really high in protein as well, which helps satiate you, and it's good for your metabolism. So now that's blended, kind of dissolved in there, I'm gonna put in a cup of cold. And then it tells me to leave it to set for 2 hours. I'm just gonna basically let it cool, because what I'm gonna do is blend in some cottage cheese, and we don't want the cheese to get hot and curdle. So I'm just gonna let this cool in the fridge to essentially room temperature, probably about 35 to 45 minutes, and then just check on it. Okay, so now that's cooled off. I'm gonna add it straight into a high-powered blender, and then add in, I've got 250 grams of cottage cheese. Make sure you don't get the one that's got any flavors in. I almost accidentally picked up the one that has chives and garlic. That would have been horrendous. So I'm just gonna throw that in there. Cottage cheese is really, really high protein, and really like a good source of dairy and calcium too. So I'm just gonna blend that. Awesome. When you've got that nice and smooth, just make sure there's no gross chunks in there. That's literally it. That's all you have to do. So I'm just now gonna pour it out into, I've got glass Tupperware here. You can pour it into nice little jelly molds if that's your jam. I'm just lazy and I can't be bothered, so I'm just gonna pour it all into one big Tupperware. And then I'm gonna leave that to set, probably takes about 2 hours now. But once you've done that, you've got like 4 good serves of quite low calorie as well, if you've been like having a lot of extra snacks, but a really good like low calorie snack and good high protein. So I'm just gonna throw the lid on, put it straight into the fridge, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's set. Okay, so by the power of Instagram, I've managed to set this very quickly. You can see it's got like a bit of a weird foamy stuff on top, but don't worry about that. It all tastes delicious. And I'd say this serves about 4. So I think the jelly was 200, and it made 250 grams, if that's right. And then I'm just gonna, yeah, I would just totally eat this on its own. If you want to serve it with some high protein ice cream, or you want to have it with some peanut butter, which is also my favorite snack, go right ahead. So good.